We'll go to the next presenter, Keenan Leatham. Keenan Leatham is electrical engineering, just graduated, worked under supervision of Dr. Esther Ososanya, and he's going to talk about wide area IoT networks utilizing cloud computing. And Keenan is graduating. I'm glad that he's joining Raytheon. He has a very good job offer. I think he had many offers, but I thought he's planning to join Raytheon. And then Raytheon is a good company making missiles and varieties of things. So wish him good luck. Go ahead, Latham. Yeah, Keenan.
Uh, Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Keenan Leatham. I'm a graduate from the Electrical Engineering School at SEAS. My Lockheed Martin research project is Wide Area IoT Network utilizing cloud computing. So in my project, I explored different IoT systems that we use every day. Also, I explored applications of electronic warfare. Three important concepts of electronic warfare is electronic support identifying the threat, electronic attack disrupting and neutralizing the threat, and electronic protection protecting yourself from any other threats coming in. So the biggest challenge I had with this project is that I was switching through like maybe 3 or 4 programming languages a semester because I was also working on my senior project and doing this at the same time. Um, the AWS is very new to me. It's not completely new to me, but I had to learn that on the fly. So it was a lot of in my head switching syntaxes every day when I was coding, like each part of the project. So the block diagram, and note this is only the simple setup. So you would tell your Amazon Alexa what the drone is going to do, if it's going to fly up, down, flip, left, right. That information is sent to Amazon EC2, where they process all the information. If it's Java code, if it's MATLAB code, any type of code, it's translated through EC2 to the cloud. Once you send it to the cloud, then you can send it to any drone that is on the network at the moment or at the time. So the drone we decided using was the Tello drone. The Tello drone. The reason I picked the Tello drone was that one, it utilizes the Intel processor chips and chipsets. Two, it's compatible with most programming languages. And three, the security we can get past, but later you'll see where the difficulty I had towards the end of this project. So Amazon EC2 is a service made by Amazon, which I can employ my clouds, my virtual machines. So the virtual machines we had were for C++, for Linux, for Python, and then I think for Java, a little bit of Java. When all that processing is done, at first I could have wrote all that code and did it all in one, but the problem with that is it takes a lot of time, and since it's only me, then I don't want to like sit there coding on top of my senior project doing all that code because my senior project was also coding extensive, so I didn't want to like waste time like on errors and things for long periods of time. So that's another reason why we use EC2, Amazon EC2 for this project. So the Amazon skills. So for the Amazon Alexa devices to recognize like different types of code, I have to code the skills. For the skill that we coded was the flying drone for the Amazon Alexa. So if you can tell the drone to fly up, it will fly up. If you tell the drone to fly down, it will fly down. If you tell the drone to fly in circles, it will fly in circles. So first, you have to figure out the name of your skill, which is flying drone. The second is figuring out all the intents. Also, you have to build in the default Amazon packages. So when the Amazon Alexa, if it gets hacked or if it cuts out, then it has its default packages set up so your device doesn't just go screwy. So that's another important aspect to this project. The Json editor, this is very important because this editor allows you to figure out how you're going to pass your parameters. So all your key phrases like landing, touching down, if you have to cut it or you have to cut it remotely, you can cut it from the JSON editor. Also, you can employ other support packages if you need it. This the in the editor is probably like now like maybe 200 lines of code. The reason why like these programs are very long is because one, this handles all your phrases, all the functionality for the Alexa, and all the functionality for the skill. And also in the Amazon EC2, you can check the code. You can also test. You can test the code before you utilize it. So this is a great thing. The Amazon EC2 suite. So the drone packages. This is where I had the difficulty. So I had to do something similar in my senior project. Is that I had to go in and blacklist certain drivers. The thing with blacklisting drivers is that if you're not careful, your device, you can't change it for one. And after your device starts doing screwy things, like one time I told my Amazon Alexa to fly up, and then it flied up. And then next thing you know, it was flying in circles. And sometimes, it has a mind of its own. And the thing is that we're still trying to figure out that driver functionality. Because the thing is once you change it, then you can't change it again in the software. Even if you physically see it, you you can't change it. So we're carefully still debugging, and we're still trying to figure out which packages we should use, which packages we should keep. And from there, we're gonna do some interesting things. So, future work, we've been working on jammers to jam different devices to regular household devices, all the way to a big jumbo jet. Um, I, right now, my company is looking into like applications of like jammers for electronic warfare, which I'll be working on when I'm at Raytheon. Also, like other um, also, they're working on programs to create competitions for college and high school students to create drones with jammers that can be used for electronic warfare. So that's in the future what we're trying to do and see the advantages and disadvantages of that use. So here's my references. I want to thank UDCC's, UDC, the STEM Center, Esther Ososanya for giving me all the support and effort, and the Lockheed Martin Fellowship. So any questions, concerns at this point? You're open for questions.
Thank you very much, Keenan. Dean Shetty had to step away, but I do want to just ask, are there any questions out there that?
Yeah, I'm still here anyway. I want to welcome Vice President of Research, Victor Mcnally, who just joined. And he perhaps, I don't know whether he listened to your presentation or not. Latham, Victor, can you hear us?
Well, yeah, he's on mute. Let me unmute him. Okay, he's unmuted.
I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Just
I
want
did enjoy
you.
that. I enjoyed that presentation.
Right. Mr. Keenan is joining Raytheon with a fantastic offer working in these areas. And he had a senior project also in a similar area useful to defense, So maybe you can talk to him also separately. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Anne. I think you conduct the meeting now.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, were there any questions for Mr. Leatham? I find was very, very interesting, but I'm not the technical one. Okay, well,
I have a question.
thank you so much, Saul. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, Keenan, how long did it take you to do this again?
So for the test prototype was probably like 3 months. And after the one that
Okay.
we used for the jammer to be mounted up on the drone, probably another good 3 months. We're working on bigger jammers that can, like I said, take out jumbo jets. I have people at Raytheon, I have people at Department of Defense that wanna like do like different, I think, competitions like on the college level and then on the high school level. And then especially I talked to Leslie about first they plan on doing something similar. So there's a lot of applications, especially like in electronic warfare and jobs warfare to do things like this.
Okay. I do have one quick question also. So what was the hardest part about the project? Because I imagine it was probably the Amazon cloud thing that you mentioned earlier. You know.
Funny enough, that was not the hardest part. The hardest
Okay.
was the blacklisting of drivers.
Uh,
Thing is that a lot of the files, so you're using some of the files that the actual hardware is using. So if you screw those up, then that's it. You can't really like um change it back. I mean, you can change stuff, it still might not go in effect in the hardware implementation.
okay. Okay. Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
And Bashir, did you have a question? I see you've unmuted yourself.
Yeah, I like his project, cloud computing, and when you do that, how do you apply the IoT? Like,
Oh, so for the IoT part, you can host like as many drones as you want, and also like the virtual machines are utilized to process my different codes. Like if it's like C++, Java, instantaneously. Normally without the cloud, I would have to write all this myself. But since with AWS, I can implement different clouds to process different types. So that's the big thing with the IoT part of this.
no. Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, thank you.